Golden State 22-6 and playing without 3 starters. Kevin Durant is playing. He has 17. And we're dead even after 24 minutes. Mavs and Golden State, 48 apiece. American Express halftime report coming to you live from Studio J here in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson and the University of Georgia playoff beard, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith, and
what's his name, Chuck?
Charles,
hey, Baker Mayfield.
Come on, Baker. Little Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Pull us through, babe. He's unbearable around here right now.
No, I'm not. I just like to mention the dogs.
Rooting on you,
Baker Mayfield got beat down.
Yes, I get. Well, but when they beat him down in the SEC championship,
Ernie, make it light on yourself.
Why, do you have a rooting interest in Oklahoma?
No, but if
you're just tired of me talking about them dogs.
Georgia's in the SEC. Me, you, and Chuck, all went to SEC schools.
Who won the SEC?
Ann Arbor ain't in it.
Who won the SEC?
We ain't rooting for Georgia.
Who won the SEC?
LSU.
LSU.
That's fake
LSU
news.
Citrus Bowl, January 1st.
American Express teammates. Kevin Durant with 17, Klay Thompson with 11. Golden State has only taken 8 threes in the first half of this game.
Well, there's a reason why.
Steph Curry's not playing. Draymond Green's not playing.
Because the floor is shrink.
Mm-hmm.
It's shrink or it's shrunk?
Shrink, whatever.
Shrunk.
I mean, when you don't.
Honey, I shrunk the kids.
When you don't have those guys out there, those other guys aren't 3-point shooters. And when you keep Steph, you can't leave Steph. Draymond keeps you a little bit honest because he's not a great shooter, but he can at least keep you honest. So they don't have that floor space. They got David West out there. They got the little Bell kids. They just don't have that space to be out there to shoot all them three-pointers.
What are you laughing about?
The little Bell kid.
The little.
Like, I know it's Christmas time, so the little Bell
Hey, let me tell you something. That kid should have won in the first round of the draft.
The little Bell kid should have gone in.
Yes, he should have won in the first round of the draft.
It's an aim-high product as well. He played with me as well. So.
38th pick.
But, yeah, 38th pick. But, it really shows how great a player Steph Curry is because everyone always looks at points, assists, the statistical things that are in the paper, rebounds. But I always say one of the greatest things that makes a superstar is pace of the game. The pace of the game is totally different. He makes you play fast. Doesn't matter who's walking in the building. You say to beat the Golden State Warriors, when Steph Curry's on the floor, you have to play fast. And if you can play fast, you can beat us. But I don't care. You're going to play fast.
Yeah. Don't often
they
see
are
them
not
48 points in the first
they
half.
are not playing
that
fast.
averages
They are not playing fast. They're not playing fast.
And
that's a superstar.
If there is something that does stick out about Golden State on the other side of the ledger, it is the turnover. Because they're 27th in the league, Shaq.
Well, I think they're playing down because, they're playing the Mavericks. I think I heard Kevin McHale say that Steve Kerr didn't like the attitude and shooting around, and it's showing. They got 10 turnovers. Not going to talk much, Kenny. I need your assistance.
Okay. What do you
show
need?
all the 10
this is not Harlem Globetrotter. It's more like Benny Hill.
No, it's
Shaq, you're adding nothing.
I like that remix, Kenny. Okay.
Must have been all 10 turnovers, accounting for 13 down.
Good talk.
Yeah, that was nice. You threw me off guard with that one.
In your mind, is Golden State any more vulnerable given what Houston has been doing so far in the regular season?
No. Listen, what James Harden, MVP front-runners doing, Mike D'Antoni, Chris Paul, what those guys are doing is incredible. But as I told you, they still got to beat those Golden State Warriors 4 times in a week. And you're not going to outscore the Golden State Warriors. The big difference is defensively. Klay is a great defender. Draymond's a great defender. Kevin Durant's a great defender.
I thought about you last week, too, Chuck.
When you were Christmas shopping for me?
No, I was Christmas shopping, yeah. But we were talking about, Ernie, we thought there was a stat given to both of us, and we looked at it, and both of us looked at each other when they were saying, oh, Houston's a good defensive team. Now, granted, I think that they're going to be around differently than they were last year. But we were like, I don't think they're a good defensive team. I think the stats are kind of weighed and skewed a certain way to make you believe they are. And then I watched the game last week when they gave up 77 points in the first half. I'm like that. I'm like, well, this is what we're talking about. It's the style of play sometimes leads these statistics to lead a certain way. It's the same way it could inflate your averages. If you're making more possessions, of course you're gonna score more points. You're gonna have more
that's
assists.
where
So it's skewed.
the metrics come in with the offensive and defensive ratings.
Yeah, but the rating is incorrect if you can give up 77 points in a half. The Detroit Pistons in our era, the Los Angeles Lakers in that era, the Golden State Warriors at times in this era, they're not giving up 70 to 80 points in a half.
And on the bottom line is, I look at the players. I told you, these people who love analytics, that's just something they wanted their son-in-law to have a job so he wouldn't be at the house. Listen, the team with the best players go win.
Shrink, shrink, shrunk sounds like Charles going through his old clothes.
That's a good one, Lee.
That was good, Lee.
That's outstanding. Any response, Chuck?
No, that was
Way to hold your spot.
Where do you keep your clothes at, though?
I'm shrinking. And Lee, I'll come over there and get some of your mama's house and get some of old clothes.